record live. Hey. So I've got pan-fried tuna in my lap. I have pan-fried tuna in water in the dog food bowl, and Koo's not touching it because she's wanting to eat the freshly fried in oil. Yeah. So where I left off on this was about one episode further back. I do have a recorded episode here on the PS4 that I still haven't uploaded. But yeah, let's go ahead and pick up as close to where I left off as I could. Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow him as well, but he stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was the man's body, or at least what was left of it. Tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but just wouldn't leave his mind.
It's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been the man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward twisted tangle of shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked, the frames bent and distorted, and next to the glasses lay the bracelet. Number 9 still displayed on his face.
Oh wait, Zero did say...
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. More likely, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the outside of the marriage heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. I feel like I'm gonna puke. I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran into the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none was the worse for wear.
Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes. We won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
to the first class cabin, everybody. So. So one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Find anything, Sutter? Nope. How about you, Snake? Also found nothing. Okay. So safe with the dial lock on it. You won't be able to open it until we know the right numbers. It's a white desk. Snake's rubbing it. This is a high-quality desk. Teak, or perhaps mahogany. Well, how can you tell? I have my ways. Bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True, you don't see too many these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is fond of. Clover wants one of these? Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I just say that? I think it doesn't suit her. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And, well, you should not. Took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room, almost frantically, clearly looking for something. Though Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
You got weird all of a sudden.
Snake waited a moment before answering.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible. However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Oh, really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. Stared at Snake, skeptical.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. White desk that feels kind of fancy. Yeah. What is this? This isn't a score. It's a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd do best to hold on to it. Okay. It is now possible to use the map screen. It can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Pressing L and X will allow you to see a bird's eye view for the room. It's totally a table with a mirror. Oh yes, you know that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day a woman looks into one of these. She's staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? A window. An iron plate nailed to it. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front. That's gotta mean musical score. That's true, the score we just found is probably in here. At least at some point. There's an iron gate in front of the fireplace, and there's something behind it. I get it. You're gonna use the space, right? It's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water. This is a suitcase made of leather the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. It's like there's nothing in it. Dang, nothing in there either. Two empty leather suitcases. Bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water. Alright, shouldn't be too hard to fill the vase up. And put the fire out. There we go. Good job. Another success. Fire didn't stand a chance. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket, Seven cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself to avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, Seven. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
Seven rubbed a couple fingers across his brow and shook his head as if to clear
What
it.
the hell is wrong with me? There's memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. Seven, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Junpei paused for a moment and stared at Seven.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck. But that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's it?
That's it. All right, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Seven gave Junpei a look. The younger man wasn't sure how to interpret, then
How are
walked
you
away.
fine with something like...
How do we find something like that? Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his assurances very reassuring. Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point going back there. All that's out there are a locked number door and a dead body, or what's left of it. Yeah. Okay. There's a plug on the end of this chain, alright? Why don't we just drain the water? Yeah, good plan. Alright, what's that thing? Good tug ought to be enough to get at it. Transparent plate made of glass, yeah? Sheet of music with a couple of D notes on it. There's some toilet paper on the wall there, nothing that looks suspicious. It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. Okay. An upright piano. By the feel of the wood, it must be quite old. I don't see pianos like that much nowadays. Okay, so hang on. Okay. Okay. Nothing in the leather suitcases. Okay, so how do I combine the pieces of the musical score? Music stand. Seems as good a place as any to put these on there. The keys. Okay, so the keys have been moved. And keys. Okay. So they were intentionally moved so Snake couldn't be the one to play the piano. Sound of a classroom bell. But Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. The Palace of London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yeah? Plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London, the capital of England, huh? Well, at any rate, the doors are now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. Alright, let's go. We came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway. Overwriting my save file. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and go play Detroit Become Human here in a bit, so give me a second, and I'm going to go ahead and track down my puppy, because she's somewhere. See ya. And broadcast. Stop broadcasting.